besties, it's Lacy Schoen, CEO of Real Women, Real Success. And today I'm going to be talking about how to stop comparing yourselves to others. But I'm actually going to stop and say something controversial. I actually think it's very important for us to compare ourselves to others. And I know we hear a lot, we shouldn't compare ourselves to others, but there's actually a right way to compare yourself to others in a way that feeds your soul and your success. And there's a wrong way, in a way that diminishes you, diminishes your power, and diminishes your self-esteem. So what I want to talk about today is the way to compare yourself to other people that actually stops the dysfunctional way of comparing yourself with other people and starts to get you on a path to actually achieving your dreams through comparing yourself to other people. One way installs and fortifies your personal power, and one tends to take it away. So let's look at the wrong way. What is the wrong way to compare yourself to others? Well, any way that makes you feel uncomfortable about who you are, makes you feel that maybe you're not as pretty. I mean, that's a main way that women compare themselves to others, right? Is looks. We look in the magazine, we say, oh, we should look like that, right? If you're feeling like you should look like someone else or have a physical appearance like someone else, that is not a healthy way to be comparing yourself to another person. It's impossible to look like someone else. You're only you. In fact, I was just watching a YouTube video today and found out that each one of us, when we were born, was actually a 1 in 4 trillion chance that someone just like us would be born. That's the odds that someone just like you would be born. 1 in 4 trillion. So why on earth would we ever expect that we could look or be like anybody else in a physical sense, right? Also, from a spiritual or even mental sense, how could we ever be like anybody but ourselves, right? So that's an unhealthy way of looking at others. When it creates envy or jealousy, when you feel like someone may have had chances that you didn't have, and you feel like, well, they had a head start and they have it better than me, and they, for some reason, have had more luck than me, that's not a good way to be comparing yourself. And in fact, when you compare yourself that way, it gives away your power. What you're virtually saying when you compare yourself to others is they have more personal power than I do. I don't have the personal power to either achieve what they have achieved or to achieve my dreams. And that's the problem with comparing yourself to others, because it actually gives you a false conclusion, right? When you say, I don't have what they have, I'm comparing myself, it gives you a false conclusion that you're somehow less than, or that you somehow are not as capable as other people who either have what you want to have or are doing the kind of things you want to do. So let's take a look at the way that you can compare yourself to others in a way that's actually going to help you succeed. And what you need to say to yourself is sometimes we get so much into our own head and our own world, it can be hard to say this, but what the key question really is has anybody ever done what it is I want to do, become what it is I want to become, or overcome the obstacles and hardships that I am faced with? And this might be disappointing to some of you, but I actually found it very uplifting, and I hope you do too. But there's probably not a lot of new problems in the world, right? Chances are, if we faced a problem, someone else in the world has not only faced it, but it's probably been a problem that's been around for a long time. You hear so many people say, well, you just don't understand because I'm faced with this, or you just don't understand because I'm faced with that. You know, I'm sorry. No, a lot of people get faced with a heck of a lot of challenges. And what that means for us as individuals is, if anybody has done what we want to do, if anybody has overcome obstacles that we are faced with, it's a joy, because guess what? That means it's overcomable. That means that goal is reachable. It means it is something that we are able to do and should be inspiring to us, okay? And that's the healthy way to compare yourself, because if you're looking to improve your life, and you probably are if you're watching this video right now, you are at a point right here, and you're looking maybe to get to a point right here. Well, if you look at someone who's done that, you can look at their path to success and utilize it and study it and see what they overcame, see the obstacles that they actually had to deal with and how they overcame them, and utilize all that information to build your roadmap to success, to build your path to success. Because someone else has made it doesn't mean that you can't, or they're somehow better than you. What it means is that you can. You have as much personal power. I have as much personal power as anybody else on this earth. We all are equal in our personal power to overcome some of the most amazing and stunningly successful people in the world, people I respect, people like Tony Robbins and Brendan Burchard and Jeff Walker and Oprah Winfrey and Mel Robbins. If you don't watch her on YouTube and TED Talks and stuff, watch Mel Robbins. She's amazing. Katherine Johnson, the woman who helped us do our first lunar landing. All of those women and men had tremendous obstacles to overcome. They certainly had more obstacles to overcome than I am going to see in my lifetime, and I've had some pretty big ones. And they might have overcome obstacles that are way beyond maybe what you are ever going to experience. So understanding that possibility and looking at those people as a roadmap of how to get from point A to point B to the life of your dreams, to what it is you want out of life, that's the healthy way to compare yourself to others. I say continue comparing yourself to others. Always do that. What characteristics do they have that help them succeed that maybe I can build in myself? What kind of resources did they find for themselves that maybe I could take advantage of? What kinds of attitudes, what kinds of mindsets did they adopt in order to help them get to their goals? And emulate that. Use them as the roadmap so you can then adopt those success tools for yourself to get to where you want to go. There's so many resources on the internet now. There's so many ways to discover the paths to success that I hope that you will start to rethink this idea of not comparing yourself and just knowing that it's a matter of actually comparing yourself in the right way, in a way that helps you learn, in a way that pushes you out of your comfort zone, in a way that gives you grander vision. A lot of times we can look at others and compare ourselves and say, what kind of vision do they have that I didn't have, that I can learn from, that I can kind of get out of the box of my own mind and start visioning a bigger world for myself, a bigger place for myself, a bigger contribution, more happiness for myself and my family. And you know, when you think about this, take note of the fact that many of these people, they're serving at a higher level. So even though what they did brought them happiness, they also have bigger stakes because there's other people they're helping. And if that is part of your goal, if you actually want to help others as part of your better life, if you have a contribution to make that's bigger than just your life, that's your motivation. There's somebody in this world waiting for you to step up, who needs to hear what you have to say, who needs to hear your 1 in 4 trillion opinion about a certain topic, and needs you to follow and compare yourself to someone else who has succeeded so that you can go there too and make a bigger contribution. It's not just about you anymore. It's about the people you're going to serve. It's about a better life for your family, and it's about your happiness. And that's pretty grand, and that's what I hope you'll get out of this video today. So don't stop comparing yourself to others. Stop comparing yourself to others in a way that cuts down your self-esteem and makes you feel poorly, because you will never be those other people. But use successful people who have done what you want to do as a roadmap and as examples that you can do this, because other people, if anybody's done it, you can do it, okay? I hope that this was helpful for you today. I would love for you to like this video if you liked it, and I would love for you to look for the link down below in the video description to join my Besties email club. I send tons of resources out to them in addition to these videos on YouTube, so I'll hope you join us by clicking the link below. And I'd also love for you to reach out to me directly at Lacy@LacySchoen.com. My email is down below too. I'd love to hear from you. So I hope this was helpful. Go out there and kill it this week, and always remember, I'm your biggest fan.